going on, guys? Welcome back to yet another episode of Breakfast with Perkins. Of course, I am your host, Perkins. Hope everyone's weekend was phenomenal. Hope everyone's Monday is going as equally as phenomenal. And if it's not, then fuck it. At least it's the beginning of the week. You know, if you start out, like I've said before, you start out on that low note, it can only get better from there. First off, let's delve right into it is, well, by the time you guys hear this, it'll be done. But right now, it is Miami Music Week, which means Ultra Music Fest is kicking off. I don't know if anyone here follows electronic music, whatever. For those that don't know, Ultra Music Fest, I would say is probably between EDC and UMF. I mean, those are the two premier electronic dance music festivals. And I've been to all of them, all the big ones, a lot of the smaller ones, except for Ultra Music Fest. But every year I always try to watch it, replicate some of that. First off, let me I guess go off into a tangent here really quick. I don't know what my deal is. As I've said, I've been to a lot of big festivals. I've been to every major, not like Coachella or anything like that. You couldn't pay me to fucking go to Coachella. I don't know what the allure is with Coachella. It's too diverse. If I'm going to a festival, I want to go for a specific genre of music. Not, I'm sitting here listening to a rap and then some country fuck takes a stage and then some... No, I just want to go for... But like, as far as electronic music oriented festivals, I've been to all of the big ones, a lot of the small ones with the exception of Ultra Music Fest. But I don't know what it is nowadays. I kind of gave up on festivals a few years back, right when COVID hit. I kind of gave up on it. I actually had bought, me and a chick friend of mine, we were going to go to EDC, what was that, 2-3 years ago? Right after everything opened back up after COVID. And I was just like, I wasn't really feeling it. I was like, nah. Granted, I had a lot of money tied up in a lot of different things at that time, and I was just like, do I really want to spend airfare and travel to get to Vegas and all this stuff like that? And I was just like, nah. We ended up selling our tickets. Pretty much damn near for what we bought them for anyway, so I didn't really use it on any money. But I don't know what it is. I am just hit this mental block where live shows don't do it for me like they used to. I can watch live sets from DJs all the time, and I still love the music, and I still get hyped and I'll blare the music, but if there was a way to transport from like here just to the event, I would be game. But that in-between shit, the packing, the traveling, the hotel, I'm so over it. And my problem right now is I'll get tickets to shows. I'm probably up to, I don't know, in the 20s in terms of buying tickets for shows and not going. And it used to be Minnesota gets a lot of the shows I like to go to. So Timmy Trumpet, I got Timmy Trumpet tickets. I think that actually is this month or beginning of next month. Timmy Trumpet tickets. I got tickets, not going to go to that show. Steve Aoki's going to be up there. I'll probably get tickets to that, probably not going to go. But then it started going into the small shit. So I know 311, I love 311. 311 has had a show in Clive, had tickets to that, didn't go because of the rain. The rain threw me. I'm very weather dependent, and the rain just kind of threw me off. I was like, no. To me, though, 311 is one of those bands where you want to listen to them. I feel like outdoors, like at an amphitheater or something like that. There was another time 311 was at Hoyt Sherman, which was bizarre. I got tickets to that, but it was like a seated arrangement. I'm not going to listen to 311 seated. I want to be standing up. I want to be I want to, Tropodelic, they're going to be here. They're going to be here or already came. I had tickets to them, didn't go. They were literally up here at Lefties, which for those that don't know, I live in Beaverdale. Lefties is in the Drake neighborhood. That's literally a 5-minute drive, and I'm just like, I couldn't be bothered. I don't know what it is. I still like the music. It's just that in-between shit. I don't know what it is. I'm just not a fan of it. I don't know. But anyway, Ultra Music Fest is kicked off. And I've been watching that live. Every time, every year it happens, I'll watch the streams live. This is the first year that I can remember that it's been canceled due to rain. So last night, Tiesto takes the stage, which Tiesto, that's my favorite. That's my favorite DJ, hands down. I don't know about producer, but he's my favorite DJ. I think Armin might take the cake in terms of producer. Because he's so versatile. That guy can literally do any genre and it sounds fucking good. But Tiesto, if I want like just a set where the energy's at an all-time high, I'm going Tiesto 100% of the time. Not to say Army doesn't produce those sets, but I'm going Tiesto on that 100% of the time. And he's going through his set and it's starting to sprinkle a little bit, which, whatever, no cause for concern, that's fine. And then about 30 minutes into his set, the rain is just pouring. But what's really cool about that is the fact that you go to any festival, whether it's a festival or maybe it's a one-off show, you're going to see a specific artist at a show. One thing you'll notice is it's a sea of phones. I'm guilty of this. I try to be cognizant of it and put my phone away, and enjoy the show, live in the moment. But you'll look and you'll see a sea of phones. But this rain was coming down hard, so no one had their phone out. So it was just people, vibes, and then Tiesto. And then around like the 35-minute mark, I guess the mixer just gets too much rain on it and just cuts out. All the stage lights are still going. The crowd's still, they're getting rambunctious. Tiesto comes off stage and he's like, yeah, the mixer got wet. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
It's too much rain in the mixer. The mixer stopped. We'll see what happens.
And then like 30 seconds later, the mixer kicks back on. Crowd's going apeshit. Apparently after Tiesto went on, if I remember correctly, was it Slander that was supposed to go on after him? And then Hardwell was supposed to go after that. Now Hardwell is second for me in terms of favorites, in terms of DJs. Hardwell's also one of my favorite producers as well. But in terms of just raw, pure energy in a set, Hardwell's right next to Tiesto for me.
So Ultra Miami, how you guys feeling? On the next drop, I want to see everybody jump. You ready?
For those that don't know, I would say Hardwell kind of pioneered the whole big room movement. Big room was huge. Big room was kind of it's kind of like the bro genre of EDM. It's kind of gone by the wayside now, but in that like 2010 to 2014 era, like the golden age, you had like your progressive house and then you had your big room house, which is what all your stadium acts were doing. Like your Hardwell was kind of pioneered, but like Dimitri Vegas, like Mike, Afrojack, Martin Garrix, all these guys were doing this big room, which was like the tribal horns and all that stuff like that. Pretty much the artists that were closing out the big festivals, they were all doing big room. Now there's people still doing big room, like W&W do big room, and Hardwell's kind of dabbling back and forth with it. I think he had a song that just came out called Old School Sound, which, to be fair, the fact that the song's called Old School Sound, but that sound was just a decade ago and it's already being called old school, Jesus Christ, I feel old. It's neither here nor there. I love Hardwell, by the way. That new sound that he's got going on, that grimy, like, trance house, techno-y thing he's got going on. Guetta and Morton are doing the same thing, which I used to hate David Guetta. I love him now. Absolutely love him and Morton, that sound they got going on. It's such a grimy, I think Future Rave is what they're calling it now. But Hardwell's really fucking leaned into it. Another artist who's really killing it right now, he has been for a while, and I made a status about this probably in 2017, is a guy named Kays. I believe he's Swedish. And he was kind of under the Hardwell wing for a little bit, but now he's just gotten full-blown like grimy techno, and it is so fucking good. Check out Kays if you haven't. Kaaze. Dude is a fucking animal. But anyway, the Tiesto set, it was so dope. I've never seen it raining. It was kind of like, do you remember that Prince performance in the rain during the Super Bowl? You know how it was kind of like, and the rain's coming down, and he's singing Purple Rain. It wasn't to that epicness, but it was in that same realm, where it was just no phones, people vibing, Tiesto's going, the rain's going, it was very poetic. And I guess, so part two, day 2 is supposed to be tonight. It's a 3-day festival. Day 2 is supposed to be tonight, and I guess that might be canceled too. So I guess that will, I don't know if it's going on tonight or not. I'll have to check and see. But you know what else is going tonight though, which is fucking awesome? The Australian Grand Prix, for almost in MotoGP, Formula One. Now, usually what sucks about those races is I have to stay up. They usually take place in the morning. So I'll get home from work, and I'm already probably dead tired by this point. Say I get home from work, I get home around 7. The race goes it starts about 8:39. The race goes for about an hour and a half-ish. By the point the time those races are done, your boy is fucking just dog tired. I'm like, oh fuck. But what's really cool is the Australian race takes place at 11 p.m. tonight. I start work at 10, so it's pretty much the beginning of my day. I can watch this race. Plus, it's the weekend. There ain't shit going on at work anyway, so that's gonna be pretty cool. So I'm excited for that. Should be pretty interesting. I know in the qualifiers, Verstappen, first place, obviously. I forget who was at second. Was it someone from Ferrari? Or was it someone from... I forget who was second. Chico Perez got third, but then he got a penalty. I think it was at Albon. He got the penalty. Something happened with... I forget what happened. But he was going to start at P3. Got knocked down to P6. So I forget who's up there. But so that should be an interesting race. Because we all know Red Bull's fucking... They've already swept second and third. Or not second and third, Jesus Christ. First and second of the first 2 races so far. So it'll be fun to see Perez kind of fight through and see, what he can do there, which I think that'll make for an interesting race. Verstappen will probably just, he's starting P1, he'll stay P1, and that'll be that. So that part of the race won't be exciting, but seeing how Perez fights through, that'll be fun and interesting. So, also... I don't know if anyone heard, I would assume anyone who's watched the news, anyone who hasn't been under a rock, heard about the shooting in Russia. I guess this kind of ties into festivals. Maybe this is subconsciously why I don't like going to shows anymore. Maybe it's not, I don't know. But there was a shooting in Russia, a mass shooting, which I had posted clips of on my Snapchat. The reason I do that, admittedly, I have a bizarre fascination with morbid shit, death. Not that I want people to die, but seeing the world for how it really works. I'm not watching it through news. I'm not watching it through articles. I'm seeing the legit shit. So people will say, oh, did you hear about this on the news? This guy lit himself on fire. This shooting happened over here. I don't like to see the news. I want to see the actual shit because that gives you a real picture on how morbid and how twisted the world actually is. The fucked up part is it kind of desensitizes you to what is going on, and then you realize just how fucked it. If you're just hearing articles about it, your brain can kind of paint a picture of what happened. But if you're actually seeing it, I actually showed my mom a clip of the guys gunning down people during that Russian shooting, and she was like, "I really wish I hadn't seen that." I'm like, well, that's what's going on. That's what's going on in the world. Not that article bullshit. Yeah, it's tough to swallow. It's not fun. It's not fun to watch. But that's how the shit is actually going on. But that's another thing too, is all it takes is someone or a group of people having a bad day, walk up in a supermarket, walk into a music festival, and that's the end of it. Like that guy that shot from Mandalay Bay, that was in Vegas. Now I've been to Vegas plenty of times for shows, and that could have been, now granted, EDC is at the Las Vegas Raceway, so there's not really a whole lot of ways you could shoot down in. But that Mandalay Bay guy, he shot down in, what was it, a country show or something like that? Just shot down in there. And that was the end of it. And that could easily be any show that I go to. I've been to plenty of shows. And that could easily be, now I know it's not good to let fear rule your life. That's not a good way to live. And I know that given the sparseness of these shootings, yeah, they happen more than they should. But given the bigger picture, they don't happen often. If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like if you take it down to a percentage-wise, like car accidents happen all the time. But if you take into account how many people are actually on the road and traversing and all that stuff, car accidents aren't really all that common. But sometimes I'm just thinking, yeah, what if I'm out there and someone's just having a bad day? Someone has a bad day and decides, hey, this is it. Very sad, too. The fact that these people, you go out, you don't think that, it's going to be your last night doing whatever. And, a group of dudes, and I guess the Islamic State were claiming that they had done it, which also is not a good look either, because then that just demonizes Muslims as a whole. A lot of I would say more than half of my friend base are Muslims. They're all, Bosnians and stuff like that, former Yugoslavians, and they're all Muslim for the most part. And so it saddens me that when shit like that happens, I know that people are subconsciously like, oh, Muslims, shooting up shit. But like, one bad apple can really spoil it. But just like some people may look at me and go, oh, a black guy, I bet he's gonna go steal something. I bet he's got 4 kids by 8 women, whatever the fuck. Whatever the hell. He likes donk rides. He likes 26-inch wheels on shitbox Caprices. Because that's what's shown, in the media. Me and my friend, we went to What You Smoking. For those who don't know, that it's a barbecue place in Luther, Iowa. Luther, Iowa has a population of like what? I don't know. It's like in the triple digits. Very small place. So we went there. We went last week, and they were out of what we went for. So we went back this week and got what we wanted, the burn ends, and what else did we get? Burn ends, and what else was it? Something else, and it was fucking amazing. And they had this Nutter Butter banana pudding. Holy, I'm hard just thinking about it. It was so good. Oh, they were out of the banana pudding the last time we went, so got it this time, and it was amazing. Loved it, absolutely loved it. If you've ever been to What You Smoking, I know it's like one of those like hometown hero type places. Most people in Polk County will just go to like Smokey D's or Jethro's, which, by the way, Jethro's the most overhyped place ever. I don't get the love around Jethro's. I don't get it. I don't know. It's very mediocre food. Just not good at all. I don't know. Also, I've been playing Spider-Man. Now, I know I'm tardy to the party here. You got to keep in mind, though, I'm an Xbox gamer. We didn't get Spider-Man, got the PC, and PC got Spider-Man. So I've been playing that, and that is such a fun game. Plus, like, they were running like some special deal on it where I got for like $25. That's a fucking steal. So, got that. I've been playing the hell out of that. I don't play video games or any type of games on the days I work, because if that comes on or the Xbox comes on before I work, I'm not going into work. I don't have that control. I have pretty good control over everything else, but once I start gaming, I'm locked in for like 6-8 hours. So if anything comes on before work, I'm not going to work. So I try to stay away. So every day that I'm off, though, I'll fire this up, and it's so, I'm having such a fun time with it. I think the next game I'm going to get is God of War. I've never played a God of War game. Maybe I did way back in the day, but nothing of recent recollection. I can't think of anything. But I'm having a lot of fun with that. That is a really fun game. Also, last thing before we do the questions, I've been seeing a post where this woman will say something like, if I was in the woods, I would rather run into a bear than a man, because the worst the bear's going to do is kill me. And I just can't, are women, you guys surely can't be that damaged. There can't be that much damage with women these days, where you'd rather run into a bear who will probably kill you than a man. I don't get, it irritates the fuck out of me. Like every dude is a psychopathic murdering piece of shit. Just every dude. Like, what kind of men are you hanging out with? What kind of dudes have you chosen in the past that's led you to believe that all dudes are like this? I don't get it. It's so irritating. I'd rather, at least a bear won't chain me up and put me in his basement. What? I'd let you get eaten by the bear at that point. If that's going to be the shit you're talking about, hey man, do you need help? Don't rape me. You know what? I hope that bear comes, takes you and your family out, because I don't have time for it. It's irritating me. You know what? Let's do some questions. I'm going to start off with one of those thought-invoking ones, because like I said, I like to end on a low note. So we'll see. What's a message that you never got the chance to tell somebody? Ooh. I don't know if there's an answer to that, because I'm very blunt and upfront, and I don't really like things left unsaid. So I can't think of anything, at least of recent recollection, that I haven't told someone. I tell everyone exactly how I'm feeling, what I'm feeling, if I'm feeling it. I've never left anything left unsaid. I let people know. What's a message? Yeah, I can't think of. I don't know about that one. Maybe something with Indira, but then before she passed, me and her, we got everything out we needed to say and all that stuff. So there was nothing left unsaid there. Because I remember me and her started talking again in like March of, 21, I think it was. And then she passed in like July of 21. So that was actually one thing I was lucky to have done, was we were able to get everything out, all this stuff. And then she passed thereafter. So, all right, let's do pick your poison here. Would you rather have everyone you know or meet think you had sex with their partner, or shoot yourself in the kneecap with a nail gun? I'm gonna shoot myself in the kneecap with a nail gun, because if everyone thinks that I banged their chick, that's just gonna create unneeded issues and problems, and I don't need that. Like, I'll shoot myself in the kneecap with a gun. Modern medicine, you can fix kneecaps, you can do all that stuff, so that would not be a problem. Unless it like shattered the knee. I don't know what the repercussions of that would be. I don't know how serious that would be. But yeah, I'm choosing the nail gun. That's zero hesitation on that one. Let's do a bad choice here. Would you ever go see a donkey show in Mexico? What the fuck is a donkey show? Let's look that up. Hold on. Would I ever go see a donkey show in Mexico? It's also in quotes too, so I don't know. A donkey show is a type of live sex show in which a woman engages in bestiality with a donkey. What's the question? Would I ever go see a donkey show in Mexico? I wouldn't go out of my way to see one. Like, I wouldn't put it on the list of things to do. But if it was like in my vicinity and like I just happened to look over, like, oh, she's getting dug out by a donkey, that's nice. I mean, I'd probably look, I'd probably be disgusted and then go walk away. But yeah, I wouldn't go out of my way to see one. Anyway, folks, I'm gonna land the plane there. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Like and subscribe, comment, talk shit, do what you wanna do. I appreciate you guys. I will talk to you guys next week.